Yeah, that's cool. So you've just got that step in.
Yeah, which I didn't really want.
I can get this.
But it doesn't matter. It's only, you know, what do you call it?
It's weird how it kind of looks. Are you on any special profile? Are you just in standard profile?
I can't remember now.
What does F8 give you? So that's one stop.
It's going to give me 1.6 seconds. So
is it 1.6?
Yeah,
okay, not much difference.
No.
Right, guys, so we are now down at, we are at
Cheltenham.
in Cheltenham.
Yeah.
This is Russell. Russell currently shoots the D810, Nikon D810, has done for a very long time.
Quite a long time, yeah. Prior to that, it was the D800 series,
yeah.
i.e. the D800E and the D800.
Yeah.
Prior to that, D3X. So basically a Nikon guy.
Got in contact with me, asked him about the GFX, thinking about getting the D850, the Nikon.
That was a real consideration. I trialled the GFX on my own,
yeah.
but couldn't get to grips with the
understanding
and the focusing was
yeah.
the key thing for me.
Yeah.
Because the two cameras are completely different.
Yeah.
And I wasn't getting the results that I thought the camera was capable of.
Yeah.
So got in touch with Lewis, who kindly, very kindly I should say, gave me his time, which is the most valuable gift you can give to anybody, and has brought his GFX along to hopefully show me the true capabilities of this particular camera.
And you're still kind of thinking about getting the D850, just not 100% sure.
If I go back and find that these images are way much better, then that'll be the route I'll go.
Yeah.
I won't bother with the D850.
Yeah.
I really want to get into medium format.
Yeah, and mirrorless as well, or just medium format in general?
No, just medium format, but the mirrorless as well. Again, I'm open. I hate using the norm. I'm more of a person that wants something a little bit different. Yeah, definitely. That's my line of thought.
Yeah.
I'm not your
typical
mainstream. No,
yeah.
I love the camera. I like the fact that it's a big proper camera. To me, there's something about that old school. Yeah, here it is. Look at this. You know, kind of thing. Yeah, and I did when I had it. It felt structurally very well built and a solid piece of kit.
And what do you currently shoot? You currently shoot full time now?
Yeah, that's my job. I mean, I am a professional photographer.
Yeah. So what do you currently shoot now?
It's mainly schools is my main line of work. Some commercial work, but my landscapes of Cornwall, I take people out on workshops and sell my prints to various people who want them, obviously.
And your work's currently in some galleries around the UK?
In the Cornwall area, in various galleries, and on my website, Landscapes of Cornwall.
Yeah. So what's your main priority, like your use for the GFX? Is it for that pro work, or is it just for like both?
The GFX would be purely and utterly to improve the quality of images I'm getting in a landscape, seascape environment.
Right.
I want the very best I can capture. To me, that's what it's all about. Not just any old thing. And I really want to capture what I see. I am of that school. I don't want to be photoshopped to death. And watching Lewis's videos has inspired me. Although that's what I did, but it just, if you like, polished off. I thought, yes, this is the man that knows the stuff. And also with the camera that I think could benefit me
long term,
getting the quality that I'm after. I guess.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're literally going to shoot. It's a very, very, very drab day today. Like it's only just finished raining. This morning was great, but we had to drive nearly 4 hours to get here, so we missed the good light, unfortunately. Now it's just a blanket of one big softbox, basically. We haven't got much time left for the lights, so this is going to be quite a quick comparison. Russell has got one of his SD cards in my camera. I'm going to give him back, obviously, the SD card. We'll grab the images before he obviously goes to put in the video and whatnot, but he's then going to go back comparing with the Nikon D810. Yep, and then it's up to him what he wants to go and do as and when. It's literally today, we're giving each other exchange of time. No money's been exchanged, just my time for his time. We're going to take a photo of this mansion and go from there. It's a very, very drab image. We do apologise. But like we were just talking earlier on, while it was raining, we went and got a drink, and we both agreed that you're not always going to get the greatest image every time you go out. You know, we might have to come back here another time. You know, the light, as we was driving around earlier on, the light looked amazing. We sat down, got a drink, and it started to rain. It looks completely different. So that's just one of the beautiful things about photography is, you know, you're never going to go out and just get the greatest image that one time. You have to go back and repeat and keep going backwards and backwards, different times of the day, make a note, and just, you know, go from there to get the best image you possibly can. That's all we're doing, is recording time. That's it. So we're going to crack on. We're both shooting around the same kind of focal length. I've got the 32 to 64 on. You've got the
16 to 35.
And we're both kind of out at about
24.
24-ish. Yeah. They look pretty much the same in colour. I'm shooting standard colour. You're shooting in the standard profile. I'm shooting in standard profile.
Yeah.
Both shooting in RAW.
Yeah, I'm in matrix metering mode.
I'm in spot, I believe.
Okay.
Got a shutter speed of 1.6 to 2. Or you on now? 1.3?
1.3 now.
All right, so I have to change that back down. So I'll go down to 1.6. I'm at f8. You're at f8.
Yeah.
100 ISO. We're pretty much like for like. So I'm literally gonna stand and look through my eyepiece. That's one of my biggest advantages.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, and then we can, and then I'll actually, I think you should just take the images.
Oh wow, that's really quite.
So, just taking one image. So the immediate thing Russell just noticed then, he hasn't got to bend down.
No,
he can
that
look.
was a really big advantage.
He can just stand up and look through the eyepiece because the eyepiece.
So useful.
The eyepiece is adjustable.
Also, I would find, particularly for myself, when I'm doing seascapes and
you're down here.
Yeah, and you
don't need to be in the sand.
No. That is actually.
I've only just got that has changed everything.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't think it would, but it really did. Ken, the angry photographer, was on about it to me all the time. Get it, and I was like, okay.
It's funny how looking at the colour definition, yours is darker slightly, and mine is lighter on
the back of the exactly.
So it is interesting.
So do you want to rack it out? Do you want to punch in a little bit? What do you want to do?
Yeah, well, what would be good is to maybe change the aperture to f11.
F11.
Obviously, you can alter our shutter speed, but then to take the image just to see if there's any differential in.
What did that give you? A new shutter?
That's given me. I've got 1.6 now, which 1.6 actual seconds. Yes, that's quite a long exposure.
That is quite long.
But, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then go again then. So take an image on the Nikon right now. So we'll put that up, and then we haven't moved anything.
On the GFX, which I can clearly see with this amazing viewfinder.
Yeah.
It does look all. The odd thing is, it's funny when you're looking through there like that. It all looks out of.
So if you look in there and then punch that, it will then go to the building. So you're then reading the sensor. No, push it in.
Push this in.
Yeah. It'll then zoom in.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and then you would manually focus at the front.
Oh, I see.
Because you're now seeing what the sensor's seeing.
Right.
So you're getting a readout. That's your zoom. That one at the front there. Okay. I need minute adjustments. Yeah. So that's the beauty of mirrorless. Oh, wow. So you're jumping from
that's
a massive step.
That's really impressive. I've not done that, so that's all new to me.
So that's the. I mean, on a bright day, you can really. I mean, that you can see that's blurred, but I can really tweak that.
Yeah.
There you go. Is that getting sharp? That is getting sharper, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it is.
It's very, very minimal.
Yeah.
And that is the control you have. And then obviously you can make that box wider, smaller, like that.
That was a question I was going to ask.
Yeah.
This box, why do you need to make it bigger or smaller?
It's up to you.
Okay.
So say if you were shooting, say if Tanya was to stand out there or a model, you can just focus. I mean, it's got facial tracking anyway.
Okay.
So it'll just lock on the face.
Right.
But you can make that box for the eyeball.
Right.
So if you're shooting wide open.
So the inner box, because there seems to be two.
So yeah. So this picture, it's basically a picture-in-picture. So that green box
is the green box.
Basically this white box would be the sensor. And then this is then zooming in on that part of the sensor, which is the house.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
And then you just manually focus.
Right. Wow. Okay.
And then
that's even sharper now.
Exactly. And then you can then zoom out. Okay. And then you got your joystick back here. You can move this anywhere around.
Yeah, to focus on the different.
To anything. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing when it's bright.
I did do that a little bit before, but watching how you do it makes it all seem.
If you're coming from mirrored, this is a big jump.
Yeah.
You're jumping.
Yeah.
A big step. So that's what I mean. You could go and buy the D850, but it's still got that mirror.
Yeah. Sure.
You've still got an optical viewfinder. You can't do none of this.
No. That's.
I mean, that's
hugely different, isn't it?
Especially for your seascapes. If you shoot a lot of seascapes, it's very handy.
You
can go to anywhere you want.
That's really impressive.
Yeah. Wow. So I mean, that's it. I mean, there's nothing really different. I mean, we get obviously the OLED display up here. It's got a light on it.
Okay. All right. That's
so it inverts. So it's great for obviously when you're doing nightscapes and stuff.
Yeah.
If you shoot a lot of night scenes.
Yeah.
So it is going to be a pretty steep learning curve, either coming from Nikon, coming from the Fuji system, because obviously the menus are going to be different. But you get a little My section which you drag and drop your own stuff into it. So whatever you use a lot of, you just drop it into that little basket.
Okay.
So you haven't got to go through all the menus. It's literally just customise that.
You can customise bank then, effectively, like the Nikon has.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a different way of working.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like a Sony. A Sony's like you need a degree.
Right.
It's like a computer.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuji is a lot.
Go over the top, don't
yeah.
They,
Fuji is a lot more simple to use. 100%.
Okay.
These are some of the things I use a lot of.
Okay.
So this preview exposure in manual mode. So if you didn't want to use the EVF, the electronic viewfinder, you can turn it on and off.
Right. Okay.
So say if you were shooting in a studio, where you're in a school, and you wanted to go to that down to an optical, you can make this optical.
Right.
So look, so at the minute, you're seeing, if you look in there, that's your menu. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah,
so now I can turn, if you pull away, I can turn that off. So it says, do you want to see preview with exposure and white balance in the EVF? Right. That's what we've got, yes. Or just preview white balance, or off.
Okay.
So off. So whatever you do now to the back of the screen won't change. Right. It goes back basically to an optical viewfinder.
Okay.
So if you wanted to shoot that way.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So
there was when I borrowed or hired one for a weekend, it was what I was finding that was troubling me was it was locking on the focus when I didn't want to. There was something on it that said locking the focus on.
Okay, that just being you got a quick menu button here, this little Q.
Ah, okay.
You can customize this to whatever you want.
Yeah.
So obviously I've got manual focus at the minute. I generally shoot manual. Yeah. But you could customize all this to what you want. So this is the default at the bottom. Self timer. I've got that set to my custom buttons here.
Okay.
You might have had this on.
Right.
Which was let's turn that back on. So you were saying this was?
It was when I went to take the image, I could hear it sort of it would lock on, and I just couldn't find a way to lock it on.
What drive mode did you have on up here? Was it manual or continuous or single? That may have been one.
Yeah, it could have been that because I was.
When I switch that to S, single spot mode, it's going to lock.
Ah, so it could have. I think that's what I was on. So that was why.
And were you trying to recompose?
Yeah.
So I'm always up here.
It's just the familiar, you
it is.
So used and so stuck in a not in a rut, but stuck in a mode, and then it's like maybe driving a left-hand car from a right-hand car. You all of a sudden you have to.
You've got to switch.
You've got to switch.
Yeah.
And that's to me is
that's basically switching. Like it. You're going from a left-hand drive car to a right-hand drive car.
Yeah.
And it's just a different system to learn.
Yeah.
You're still going to get the same effect. It's just a different way of working. And when you're up a mountain or wherever you're going to be, I find where I've got gloves on, it's easier to touch these three parameters than going diving into a menu.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
and I've had this down to like -10. Gosh. And even the Sony won't work at like 0. The batteries start to lock up. The thing, it's a computer. Whereas this is a proper
camera.
well-built camera. Yeah. And because I was going to get the Hasselblad. I don't know if you saw that video.
Yeah,
I was going to get the Hasselblad X1D.
Yeah.
But it's very nice to look at.
Yeah.
But I wanted something that's going to work. And I tried this out, and this was just an amazing build quality. That in itself is just madness.
It's just brilliant, isn't it? Obviously, I didn't have that when I
No,
the camera.
No, you wouldn't have it. It wouldn't come standard with it, which is unfortunate. But
yeah, it is unfortunate. You would think that it would, but
yeah, but it does. It does really add a lot of value, I think, to the your shooting experience.
Yeah.
Especially if you shoot a lot here. Yeah, otherwise, you're going to have to
you're
have a knee in the sand. Or be on the floor completely.
Which is how it is. Yeah.
And I only really recently realised that I really needed this a few weeks ago. We did a shoot out in the middle of nowhere in America. It's so hot on the floor.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be on the floor, so I was just like here, just looking through it. Yeah. It was amazing. Okay, so let me get level. And as well, I don't know what your one's got on it. It's got a 3D level built into this.
I've just got, you know, like, sort of like what's called
so,
horizon.
Yeah, so you got horizon, but then you also get, see this other white line?
Oh,
so it's got another axis.
Okay.
And then when it lines up green, the whole thing's level.
Oh, wow. No, I haven't got that. So.
It's really handy. I've been using it a lot. Otherwise, you have to have a bubble on.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So what's your settings now? What are you at now?
So I haven't changed it, so I'm still at f11.
So you get a 3 second shutter.
3 second shutter now, yeah.
So I'm going to have to go into bulb. 3 seconds, there we go. And you're at f11 here?
I'm at, yeah.
F11 3 seconds, that's weird.
I know.
Oh, there you go.
100 ISO, so nothing's changed.
No, 100 ISO, 3 second, F11.
I thought it was going to be a slightly less time because it seemed brighter this way, but yeah, I don't know.
That just goes to show. Yeah. So you've just got that tree in, that's about the same-ish.
Yeah.
So focusing wise, why don't you now try and focus then?
Okay,
let me
that's
take
a good thing to do.
Out of that. So you can see that little square then.
So use the joystick now.
Use
so
the joystick.
Go to
so yeah, what's more interest? Yeah, what's your interest?
To me, would be the farthest object away, which actually probably is.
So then you'd punch that scroll wheel in. So just give it with your thumb.
Oops.
Whatever is.
So this one.
Yeah. Only once, yeah.
Oh,
and then manually focus at the front.
Okay.
So you can either look through the eyepiece.
Yeah.
Or you can stand up.
It's difficult to actually see.
It's better when you look through.
I'm not seeing anything there, so...
Oh, you're not? Hang on. So there's a little button to the side, because I've turned it off.
Okay.
So let's now switch to there. Eye and sensor. Yeah, that's it. So when you go to there, that one turns off. So now you'd manually focus. Yeah. Whatever's important to you.
Yeah, it's actually quite difficult.
Yeah, you have to do very small movements.
Gosh, it's difficult to actually...
And that tree isn't that far away. How far do you reckon that tree is away? I don't know, 50, 60 foot, 70 foot away?
Yeah, it's because the branches are moving.
They're moving, so yeah.
So, it's
difficult we are, yeah, so really then, so we're having a 3 second exposure, so that is going to be blurry if it's moving now.
Yeah. Do you agree that that's in focus with your more experience?
That's in focus,
yeah.
Because if you come out now,
yeah,
and you should actually see, yeah.
Yeah,
it looks pretty. But as you said, as it's moving,
I know
it's going to.
It's a false sense of illusion.
Yeah, maybe. It's as we've got a 3 second shutter as well, because it is getting quite dark now. By the way, guys. So that is when you go back in post. That probably might be a bit blurred.
Yeah, it's not much, but
it's
I
not
think
great.
It's the best we're going to get.
Yeah. So you've now focused that.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty sharp. Let's now have a quick look. So just move the square over to here. Punch in. Check that one out.
That looked out of focus on the wall, didn't it?
That would be.
Yeah.
That's quite close probably.
Yeah.
So that's here.
Yeah.
So that's not great.
No.
So you can either...
So that's,
manually
this is probably what I struggled with when I borrowed it, you see.
Yeah.
So now that's sharp,
getting
isn't
pretty
it?
sharp.
But is the tree sharp?
Exactly, yeah. Let's go back up. What's yours doing?
I'll let you know. Where are we now? So
fingers actually starting to be lost right now.
My wall is pretty
sharp, yeah.
And also
trees in the back are pretty good.
Is
let's have a look at that tree.
So this is my concern, if you see.
My tree at the back is actually really sharp. And
so
we're both at f8 still.
And my tree sharp, and that wall is sharp at f8. So
and
no loss.
No. So that's the main issue right now.
And maybe that's because of the large sensor. I don't know. Yeah, it is.
It is a little bit off. Yeah. Yes, I mean, I think my minimum focus on this lens is about 0.9, I think, a meter, I think. Is it 0.9?
That should be then. That wall.
About that wall, yeah.
Yeah, because that's probably 4 or 5 feet.
Yeah.
And obviously, it being medium format, there is going to be less depth of field.
Yeah.
So
it's a tricky one.
It is, isn't it?
But I mean, I wouldn't normally have something in that close as a foreground.
Okay.
It would normally be a bit further out.
Okay, so maybe it's learning to adapt my photography for those situations.
Yeah, for the situations.
Or I have a greater depth of field by having a deeper aperture.
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would seem another. Oh.
I'm trying to get a bit of detail within the clouds, and you could pull the shadows out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty nice now. It doesn't look like it's going to rain.
No, I think we're okay for that.
But it's just very dark.
I'm very cold.
And very, 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 it's just dropped ridiculously.
My hands have gone numb.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
So I think,
okay.
I think that's,
yeah.
I think
No, it'd be interesting to
compare the files. Yeah.
Image quality and the differential between the two. Yeah, definitely.
So I'll now give you the card back. We'll grab the images onto our computer.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching today. Big shout out to Russell and the D810 coming down today and just comparing the two cameras. Don't know actually what we're going to do yet. You're going to take the images back and just compare them side by side. But yeah, it's been a great day to shoot. It's very cold right now, as you can probably imagine. Everybody see it's very dark as well. But the sun is trying to set. The clouds are breaking up. But yeah, that's pretty much it from us down at Coley Manor.
And a great thanks to Lewis for giving me his time, invaluable time to compare the two, which is the only way you really do get to learn and see and understand.
And it's quicker to learn that way, guys. A lot of people keep all their knowledge in. Just go out with your friends. Just go out and shoot. Do a collaboration with some other people. Just let's like try and share this knowledge. Everyone's trying to keep everything like locked down. We're not going to learn or grow that quick. It's a lot quicker to share knowledge, verbally instead of over the phone. Just go and meet up for a coffee or go out for a drink with someone. It's like-minded, same as you. Social links. Do you want your website and stuff on there?
Okay.
Yeah. So all my socials, you guys know, I put in a link in the box. Russell's links are going to be. Should we put them in the video or in the box description box below? Yeah, we can put the website. So if you want to follow Russell, his Instagram. You on Instagram?
No, not on Instagram. No, just
on Facebook.
Yeah, just
Facebook and your website.
And my website
and your workshops.
Yeah.
Just all that information, guys, will be in a box below, description box below. Go and check out his work. So, amazing workshops down in Cornwall and all around the UK.
Yeah, all around. Really,
so go and check out Russell, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.